Some may never find out what it takes to be a dude in sports and wine. Yeah, sports and wine.
G'day and welcome. I'm Danny.
And I'm Brad.
And this week I'm going to kick off with a white that's grape varieties, not exactly the best known. That is a Marsanne, in this case the Tabilk Marsanne. Now, this bottle comes in around about the $10 mark. Unbelievably good value. They do make a more expensive one that comes from their vines that are just about the oldest Marsanne vines in the world. They're 1927 vines. But look, you don't have to go all the way up there to try this wine. Nice and sweet, but not overly sweet. You could match this together with most food like you would a Chardonnay. So if you're doing, say, shellfish, oysters, if you're going out and spending a couple of the spondoolies on a big lobster this weekend for Easter, look, give it a go. It is really inexpensive and worth having a look at.
Yeah, and unlike a lot of Marsannes, it's not too sweet. Good balance in this one, so under $10 it's worth trying out.
Definitely do.
I'm going to have a look at the St Hallett Faith Shiraz this week. This is another Barossa Shiraz from the great 2004 vintage. We've been saying it all along, across the board, they're great wines. This is St Hallett's cheapest version of the Shiraz. They do two that are more expensive than this one. But it says great things about a winery when their cheapest Shiraz is one that most people put on their to-buy list every single year. The consistency coming out of the Faith Shiraz each year is remarkable. It's a sort of wine that is really made for drinking right now. Unlike their more expensive ones, if you're going to put a bottle away for a few years, I'd go with one of them. But this one, if you want to head down to the bottle shop and get something to have with your dinner tonight, get this one. Goes really well with your red meats, like your steaks and things like that. So if you're having a barbecue, match it up with this one. Quite a big Shiraz, but because it is sort of softened out, is at the lower end of the scale, it is drinking quite well now. It's not going to hit you over the head with some big tannins that need to be softened out. So this one comes in at around the $15 mark, which is fantastic value. And as I said, a lot of people buy this every single year just because of its consistency. So it's the St Hallett Faith Shiraz, Barossa Shiraz. Get onto it.
Definitely have a look at that one. Now, I asked you all to have a look at something a bit different with the Marsanne. Now, moving back to something that we're pretty certain you'll all love, and that is yet another 04 Coonwarra Cab Sauv. In this case, the Leconfield. Look, the 04 Coonwarra Cab Sauvs are going to be one of those years that we all look back on years from now and go, geez, I wish I bought more of those bloody things. So do yourself a favour, go and grab this. It's a damn fine wine, definitely. Comes in at around about the $25 mark. You might see it from time to time under the $20 mark. If you do see it under $20, do yourself a favour, go and grab it because it's an absolute cracker. What more can we say? Except for maybe once Good Friday's done and you're looking for some lamb, something like that, pair it together, you're going to have a great evening.
Yeah, and I recently tried this in a blind tasting with a whole bunch of the other 04 Cabernets, and it beat many that were almost double its price, so it really is fantastic value.
Yeah, look, and there are so many wines that are great value at the moment. They tell us that the wine glut's just about over, so look, make hay while the sun shines.
Yeah, make the most of it now.
Yeah, so thanks for joining us on Wine Week. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.